Hello.
We are.
I hope there's at least someone. We've been a bit late, but let's start. Welcome for the second one, cooking stream with Owlcat games. My name is Lisa. Here's Yuda. Here's Sofia. Or how is it? Sofia. Sofia. Excuse me. Community manager. Yuda is game designer and Sofia is level designer. Well, we're Owlcat games.
Here.
Yeah, but we'll help you. Do you know there is a traditional celebration we have here in Russia these days, which is called Maslenitsa. It has quite a deep history, but the most interesting, the tastiest thing of it that we will be cooking pancakes.
Yes.
No, land cakes. Do you know the history of Maslenitsa, by the way?
It's a Slavic event when all folks burn the
Scarecrow, could we?
Yeah, kind of. I think yeah, scarecrow would be kind of scarecrow. I don't
Some
know.
doll.
some doll. It's symbolized winter,
Yeah.
and they cook pancakes that symbolize the sun.
Yeah, and basically it's the time when the winter ends and the spring starts and the snow will soon end. It will be warm. We're all waiting for it very, very much.
Very much.
Originally, it was a pagan tradition, but when Russian Orthodox Church came, it became modern religious tradition. And after the Maslenitsa week, the pancake week, people in Russia who
Orthodox, basically.
yeah, Orthodox will start. I forgot this word.
I know, no, not the delight.
The great
Yes, I forgot the name.
fete.
Fest. Yes, intermittent fasting. Fasting. It's intermittent fasting. So the fasting. It is fasting. Just fasting.
You're too fast. So yeah, let's start. And kudos to Calligraphy, who unfortunately didn't make it today, but thanks to her recipe she shared with us. So basically it's pancakes, traditional Russian pancakes, but half yellow and half green. So that's why they're land cakes. In name of one of our great companions from Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Okay?
Yes.
So, there are so many things I've prepared for you.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Yes. There's a long way to go before we actually
can
have
eat.
something to eat today.
What is green?
Spinach.
Yeah, it's spinach. It's
Spinach.
our mongrel part.
Yeah, the green
of
one.
land cakes. And yeah, guys, do you have you prepared? By the way, Y2A Elkis, thank you very much. I love this shirt too.
Broccoli.
Have you prepared something? Will you be cooking with us? I hope you will do. Please write in the chat. Yeah, we have to.
I will be just looking. I will be observing.
Oh,
I will be just.
okay. I hope
As an official
you'll be at
member.
least talking with us.
Oh no! Today I'm just standing. Today I'm just standing, and I have this weird sense of humor. That's why I'm not going to joke today as well.
Pancakes are easy.
So this
I
is a
will
flower.
wash my
It's
hands
flour.
because
Okay.
it's very important.
It is very
Here
important.
is milk, and here's some
box.
box for The second part for flour. No, it's not dough. Да.
Okay.
Some sugar.
Throw random frozen things into the oven day. Yes. For me, it's every day.
Oh yeah, and but yeah, I forgot to tell you, we have some Wrath of the Righteous beta keys for today's stored for you. So we'll have a little bit of giveaway going on.
Wow.
So you'll have to help us to cook at some point. So I will be able to play this game.
Wow, not magic, not some kind of
Magic. Agents, what are we making? We are making land cakes, which is pancakes.
Can I open it? Because I'm opening
Please
it.
do.
Okay,
Please,
I'm opening
you're
it.
welcome.
I just like to destroy stuff, so opening is kind of destroying.
Было бы удобнее с рецептом, наверное.
I have it in my pocket. Have you been baking pancakes?
Of course.
And you're
It was long, long time ago, far, far away in a different galaxy.
And this year I just delivered it.
Okay, I opened. I did it. I did it. Okay, I'm done. I did. That's it. That's enough. Enough for me. Now, Gala sadly wasn't able to come today, but it was her idea with land cakes, as far as I know. In general.
yes, it's your innovation. Yeah.
Measurement.
I prepared just a glass, but
So we just-
I've looked. It looks like for the first part
Okay.
we'll need 1.5 glass of flour, and for the green part it will be just as much.
One, kind of, and a half.
На самом деле мы должны были сначала просеять вот это вот.
Вот ссылку я не взяла.
Еще и просеивается.
Ну да, и в отдельной посудине сначала яйца с чем-то там сахаром.
Ты слишком умная для этого всего.
Давайте возьмем отдельную посуду. Яйца у нас есть же?
Да.
I'll bring another.
So, do you really want to do it the smart way?
Yes. If we can't do it the smart way,
Okay, I thought it would be an easy way.
but I think it will be. Is it enough or a little bit bigger? Bigger. We need it bigger. This one?
Yeah, by the way, hi Gala, thanks for the recipe.
Gala!
We are very sorry you're not with us today, but hope you will soon feel better and join us for some next stream. Just as she says, it's pancakes, they're hard to ruin.
Where is the eggs?
Why do we want to
Why not?
take complicated way?
Pancakes without eggs.
I
think.
Okay, I thought we'd ask guys to ask for some
We will do it as well. It will be just long cakes.
Okay.
What is long cake? How's it written?
land cakes. Sarcasm.
Cakes.
How many eggs we need?
So it's two. Oh, you were right. We have to
Mix. Kind of.
mix.
Let's call it mix.
Mix eggs with sugar and salt.
With
You
sugar
have
and
this
milk.
thing, you can use it.
Ooh. Even up.
You can also use this if you want.
I will be here just making some weird faces. Should I? Yeah.
Sugar.
Salt.
I think Gal is just sitting there face palming all the time, just like
That's your job.
girls, girls.
That's the wrong spoon.
Yeah, I have a history with pizza. I tried to make a pizza and I somehow misread 1 tablespoon with 1 cup.
Oh.
So you can imagine how much oil I've added to the pizza. It was a little bit too much.
We once tried and did it to make pizza.
Yeah, that was it. Ah,
Pizza based on straws.
so there is an ammo.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in
Kind of. Yeah,
Emma's got small green eggs and it was a huge white egg.
I don't think these can hear with this noise.
What's
Well,
next?
Ostrich.
How
yes,
many
thank you.
Owlcats needed to
Just 1 gallon.
make the pancake?
That's sometimes blending, exactly.
Is it? Wait, are you ready?
I think it is.
We will see.
Okay, then everything else.
Now
Oh, no, it's
milk.
It's a milk time. No, it's an oil time.
Are you sure about it?
It's too late.
What is this?
Oil.
Must.
I think we need сливочное масло.
Нет. Вторую ложку растительного масла.
Okay. What's next? That's butter blending secret technique.
Okay, please, welcome. Let's add it. Okay.
Okay.
No hesitation here.
I feel stupid. Oh.
And I think it. Oh no, it's like kind of half.
It must be
half
not so cold.
I think it's fine. It's like it's
Just
I do.
switch it on.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, turn it on. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid. We'll clean it up later.
Oh, I will never clean up my dignity. Oh. Wait, too much milk. As Gala
Yes.
said.
That's true. It was too much.
Let's add some flour.
Yeah. Previously at home, I've asked my neighbor, will it be okay to mix in this bowl? Won't we like spit it everywhere? And she said, no, it will be all right. That's the bowl just for the case. But hey,
But that was a lie.
yeah, that wasn't nice.
I'm holding it. Okay.
Oh.
I know. I'm working as a holder. Hold the door.
And we're back to my favorite cooking style.
Improvise. Adapt,
Improvise.
overcome. This one.
Using your eyes.
Yes, we have. Let's make it slower. The blender.
Еще
Oh.
яиц.
I didn't realize you could tune it.
I will wash it.
Yep, okay. God bless us.
Someone asked why we don't wash eggs. Because we are crusaders in crusade.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't push him. Oh,
No,
right.
she did.
It's so late. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. You need to wash your eggs constantly. I think it will be alright. It's not so much milk.
No, it's too much.
It says so much.
For me, it looks fine.
No, it should be just like сметана.
Сможешь
Something like
перевернуть.
Mm,
Слишком жидкое.
that.
if you say so. Do you want to add both?
Yeah.
Like,
Я буду both.
let's do with one. See, Gal says don't add eggs. Couple will be fine. So let's talk about something. What's up?
We cannot talk when you're doing this because it's too loud, I think. It's even too loud for me to hear anything.
Okay.
So we can. That's it?
Is it?
We'll see.
Hydrate. Okay, I'm hydrating.
I think it's okay. From my
This
experience.
is better. Yeah, that's for sure better.
Should be okay. If during the process we find out that
We will do
it's-
it once again.
yeah,
We will just restart.
we'll sit here up until
Basically,
the
we will just
next
reload and
week.
that's it. You haven't seen anything.
What's you drinking, Yuli?
LSD. That's a joke. Just in case.
LCD TV. Okay, you
We
made.
are sorry, we are not Gala.
Hey, you can't.
I'm not sorry, I'm not Gala. I'm okay being myself.
Okay.
You made such a promotion for Gala's recipe only to ruin it at the beginning. It's not
Yep.
ruined, come on, it's okay. It will be fun.
Well, I like to ruin stuff in general.
It's really
That's why I'm a
so
game designer.
easy to ruin pancakes.
I think I wanted to
Is
ruin
it a
something
challenge?
today
Yeah,
at the beginning. Of
Good.
course.
of course. That was our plan.
Need to prepare one
But we
more.
need. Have we added eggs? How much we doing?
So you've washed a couple more, right?
No, that was just
This
two.
and this.
Ah, no, two more.
No,
Okay,
this.
for the green one.
Um,
Oh, so just like
okay, now. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The suggesting to do it is differently.
We need another bowl to green.
I really like the question from Dijkstra. I don't know. You can try to. Oh my gosh.
We will take some spinach, add some eggs to exactly.
That's cave moss? Huh. Oh. Okay. I'm looking. I'm helping. Do you need anything from me?
А почему мы не можем оттуда перечесть и смешать?
Он выше, он не будет так брызгаться.
Нет,
Сейчас у нас разный состав получится.
Нет, не настолько. Да нормально все. Вы лучше чуть пока сказывайте.
Point towards a dance break. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Будет ли в RAS иметь Linux-версию? По-моему, пока неизвестно, да? Насколько я знаю.
Мы пока не обещали, не знаем.
Да. Dance break, yeah, we definitely need this a channel reward. Next time.
What?
New idea for channel point rewards.
Dance break. Oh, I can add it like right now, but I won't be able to add music firstly.
I can dance.
If you're okay to dance without music, so I can add this thing.
I mean, this week was pretty rough, and I'm just tired. That's why I'm. Anyway, it's usually me, so. Who put too much energy into Yulia? Stress did. No?
So we need to thank your stress.
Yes. Нет, да, Сантос, это все стресс. И усталость.
Молоко 250. Ну вот как раз дольем.
Да без проблем. Kill it! Kill it! I'm sorry.
It's not so easy without drums.
Is the release date of the game still summer, end of summer, kind of?
What? Yeah, it's like most likely late summer.
Yeah. Soon. One day.
Soon.
When it's done.
When it's done, of course.
New suggestions are coming up. Не выйдет с оладьями, можно сделать бисквит.
Мне кажется, сложнее, если честно. Но спасибо за эту веру. Спасибо.
У меня был друг, который
Что-то
говорил,
у нас сегодня
точнее,
получится, возможно,
есть друг,
что-то
который
очень
любит говорить, что
добавочное.
самое ужасное и самое сложное это выпечка. А у нас, считайте, не выпечка вовсе. Всего лишь какие-то блины.
Нет, мы не будем выпекать мультивар. У нас есть для этого прекрасная блинная сковородка. Я так понимаю.
Yes.
Ночью своих горящих сердец будем ее греть.
Или из полыхающих других частей тела. Yes,
sorry.
words. Yes.
Kiss. We speak Russian.
You know the Swedish language.
So,
So-
tell me something. What's up? What are you working on, for example? Can
Pancakes.
Not right now. I think everybody is interested.
What? What do you want to know?
Some juicy details from the development. Something.
I am working on big puzzles. Everyone loves puzzles, I think.
Yes.
We know
So
that
much
from the feedback.
enthusiasm.
So, do you like working on puzzles?
Of
Are you
course.
planning something special there?
Oh. Someone loves puzzles.
Alkis, I like big puzzles and I cannot lie.
Thank you so much.
More milk for you.
Yeah, sometimes these puzzles don't like me too.
So are you trying to like invent some mechanics there, something special, something unusual? What people have to wait for? Did you watch which puzzles were made during Kingmaker development to start with something? Did you try to change some approach?
Too difficult questions. Too much difficult questions.
Можешь по-русски ответить? Или не поняла, что ты сказала? Или что?
Какой был первый вопрос?
Ну, не знаю, просто смотри, ты делаешь пазлы. Это такая специфическая для РПГ штука, да? Какое-то количество пазлов у нас было в Kingmaker. Вот мне интересно, как-то пытаетесь изменить подход относительно Kingmaker или вообще на него не смотрите? Какие-то новые штуки, новые механики туда добавляете? Как это все вообще происходит?
Ну, они не такие, они не обязательные. Вот, и это типа... Я на самом деле не знаю, что я могу говорить, что нет, потому что их нет в бете.
Может, так более завуалировано.
Да,
Ответьте, не
в
ответьте.
целом общий процесс, мы же сейчас ничего не обещаем, все понимают, что это work in progress.
Big puzzle with many locations. Вот. Не знаю, мне кажется, я не могу ничего говорить еще больше, потому что этого нет в бете.
It's fine.
See, that's the problem being community manager. Like, they don't want to tell anything.
I can
even
tell
to
you will
me.
suffer with core gameplay,
No.
with Crusade, with big puzzles, believe me.
Nice question. Will there be a puzzle with swords?
Puzzle with swords.
С мечами.
No.
No.
I
No.
know about it.
Hello, Abigami. Hello. Suffering, yay, my favorite. Mine too. Like, I love suffering in general. I like to suffer myself. I like to bring suffer to other people. And I realized that I'm looking forward to the Swarm That Walks Mythic Pass. What to do? We will play with Dociel and this deep dark fantasy. You can? У нас нету сита. Поэтому без сита. What does leech taste like? I would think like a bone. And if you have ever cooked a soup or meat on the bone, you probably know how bones taste as well. So that's the answer.
Never thought of that.
I never thought of that too before this moment. It was just this moment I realized that I actually know how bones taste.
Before my eyes.
Okay, feeding leech to my dog. Got it.
Муку
Kind of.
процедите через сито. Поздно.
Да.
Sorry.
That won't stop us.
From
We don't have
chaos.
it anyway here. There was
Have you
not
played
no
Pathfinder Kingmaker? Spear.
Of course.
What kind of alignment is your, well, like, what do you think alignment suits you best? Is it chaotic, good, chaotic, evil? What are you?
I'm always good.
It's more like your alignment
I
in
tried.
real life.
I tried to play evil once, not once, but I just can't. They say you must steal money from poor childs. I just said I can't do it. Sorry.
Are you doing it on daily basis?
What?
Still stealing money from children.
That's how I earn money. You think they pay me? You think they pay me to be a game designer? No, I just steal money from the children.
No,
from
it's
the
like
children.
if we have this idea that all evil Lions, guys, do that. I've stolen a glass once in a cafe. That was my chaotic move.
I think I've stolen only once something when I was very.
I'm not
very
proud
young.
of it. It was many
Very
years
very
ago.
young.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity. I think it was a lemon, but it might be my mom's story about lemon. I don't remember. Did I? I don't actually remember right now. What is the cypress part of the company working on? I don't know. Something. Children, eat your vegetables, or otherwise Yul is coming to get you. No, not to get them, to get money from them. I'm sorry.
To get your vegetables from
I'm
you.
sorry. Okay, turn it on.
Silence!
Yes, it is on our main page. We are sorry.
Okay, I won't cry. Excuse me.
Did you kill it?
I won't yell anymore. I'm sorry.
As if I believe you. As if they believe you. Sick rave, Jed. It was a sick rave.
Completely broken.
I think cooking ASMR is more pleasant
Oh.
than this.
I think we
I can do
probably
some more.
need more.
Okay. More water.
Yeah, and some water. Oh, and I guess I didn't add salt here. Okay, maybe you would like to make a small giveaway.
How to do this? I don't know how to do this. So I can just.
Okay, then mix this thing. Guys, it will be this way. We have some keys and and I'll just, you see, it looks like she can cook after all.
No, I can't.
She's just hiding it. So I'll just draw and you'll see the result in the chat. But first, I need to find the keys. I forgot where I put them.
Cold bluff, I can't cook. No, actually, the only thing I can more or less cook is a steak. That's it. Why is it green? Because it's with spinach. Spinach. Every time you drink out of the mug, I think you are going to stab yourself in the eyes. That's actually my real concern with this mug. I have 2 mugs with ears. These 2 mugs. With this one, I'm not afraid to stab my eyes, but with this one, I do.
Cheers.
Cheers! Girls!
This is just a juice, I swear.
That's right.
With
The
cucumber.
recipe is on Twitter, on Facebook, on Vkontakte. You can just go there and cook it with
try
us.
it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm rolling it.
To
I'm
cooking
rolling.
battle.
Oh.
Oh,
Congrats, Y2A Elkis. I'm not sure you need the key, but you'll get it now. Congrats. Please write us private message on Twitch, and we'll give you the key. We may do it a bit later, but yeah.
What next with our pancakes, lawn cakes?
If we are sure it's ready, and we of course are not, but we'll see. Then it's time to.
Sure, we need it for.
Yeah. It's time to add some heat.
Do you need this one?
No, nope, nope, nope.
Taking away.
Thanks. Here's what we've got.
It's all or nothing. We are, well, I accept bets if we will succeed or if we fail.
Масло?
Okay, maybe you could tell us a bit about what other elements of sadistic design are you up to add?
Well,
Something.
yeah, well, not really adding up, but let's say we're currently working on the encounters balance because we found out that some encounters, especially later in the game, are not as interesting or painful as we would like them to be. Because Mythic Pass obviously kind of changes the whole, I don't know if we can say that, power dynamic between the player and the enemies. So we have to kind of rework some of the monsters and counters just to ensure that people that would like to play on the code difficulty will have some challenge, and they will have to use in some cases some strategy, basically adapt and overcome.
So, Y2A LKS. So you're putting in more suffering.
Well, it was planned to be there, so I'm not sure if we're putting more suffering. We are just revisiting our plans. It should have been
strategically planned suffering.
Yes, it is a strategic
in a fun
plan.
way, maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
You made her cook and now she adds a dash of suffering.
Extra points if you can draw a smiley face.
I can't.
Do you want to draw?
No, I think on the counter.
Here.
It must be.
I'm not so sure.
My cooking skill in real life would be -10. That's true. Suffering +5.
Okay, I'll try. I'll do my best. But you know what they say? I have no idea how is it called in English. But in Russia, первый блин комом.
Ah, yes. I wanted to say, but I'm not sure that it will be very kind of polite. The first pancake is shit, but actually no. That's
Yeah,
not.
that's- As we always say, the first pancake is always a shit.
Did you play it Cyberpunk? What do you think about it?
Oh, I
I
guess
played.
we have
I
too
did.
much flour here, by the way. Too much.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
They will be too thick.
Russian song we play Stalker. Of course.
I actually played Cyberpunk and I
True story.
really liked. Did you like the? I forgot his name. The Japanese guy, the one from Cyberpunk, from the Corpo, from Arasaki.
Arasaki?
From the Arasaki. Who's that guy from Arasaki? I really liked him. Takimura. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He was such a cool guy. I really missed the fact that we can't romance him.
Yeah.
Arasaki. Yes. Thank you.
I agree with you about it.
Oh yes, I was a corpo. I really liked the corp. I didn't like the corpo beginning, but I really liked the corpo ending. So the way I played it was I started as a street kid, but then I ended up as a corpo, and it was such a dramatic moment when you realize that everything is a lie and everything is shit. Love that.
Yeah, there are two.
Cool glasses.
Короче, толстые очень. Is it thick?
No, I think that's fine. For me, okay, so basically there are two ways, like more ways to cook pancakes. Because in Russian we have just one word, pancake, but depending on
Блины.
yes, but depending on where you come from, basically, the way you cook pancake will be different. So I know that as
I
far
would
as
like to add some more.
as far as I know, in the central Russia, people tend to have more like pancakes, more like French word. How do you call it? Crêpe.
Crepe.
Yeah, crêpe, which is basically very thin thin pancakes. However, in my hometown, we usually actually cooked quite thick. It was still pancakes, not oladushki, the other thing we have. So it was pancakes, but they were thick, and instead of milk, we cooked them not kefir, kind of, and I think it was more like a sour cream, something like this. I'm not sure how kefir is translated properly into
На
English.
масленицу ты переведешь?
Да.
Должны быть очень тонкие блины, потому что они должны пропускать солнечный свет.
So basically,
Этого сегодня не будет. Как и солнечного света.
for the Maslenitsa, the pancakes have to be very thin in order to let the light come through them. However, I didn't know that. I actually don't know a lot of things about holidays and anything that relates to the Orthodox part of the life. I'm just like, I'm so clueless with that. I didn't know that actually. For me, it was just pancakes, and that's
I've heard that. That's why I don't like them being too thick.
I like thick.
Blins.
Who likes thick in the chat? Tell
Do
us.
you know, by the way, that we are swearing in Russian using the word blin? It's like the most.
No, it's not a swearing.
Yeah, it's the softest
It's like
word.
shit.
It's even softer.
It's like shitty. No, I think what it is like, blin.
If you want to swear
Damn,
about,
probably.
yeah,
Damn.
it's like damn.
Blam.
I won't do it like this, but
No,
I
no,
would
no,
love to.
please no, don't do this.
I'll catch. Do it.
You don't want
So
it.
she's basically a lawful person, and I'm just like, do it.
Do it.
It's like, gosh, dad. Yes, exactly.
I'm not lawful, I'm chaotic. Good.
Yeah, like gosh or darn. Why don't other countries get Pancake Week? Russia is OP. Thanks. Well, nothing stops you to have this.
Can I eat it now?
Oh, please try it out.
Can I?
But why not? But keep in mind that we have some stuffing in there. Basically, we could. There are lots of types of stuffing. Is it the right word? Начинка.
I don't know. Let's call it stuffing.
There are lots of types, but I decided to go on with the easiest, but not the cheapest maybe, but the easiest one of them.
Toppings,
Just-
yes.
Yeah, toppings. Yeah, that's for the sweet. I'm not sure how it will be mixed with the spinach, but
That's
Do you
caviar,
want to do it,
basically.
please?
That's
just half.
that's soft cheese.
Yeah, you have some cheese like Philadelphia or something, creamy cheese.
And sour cream, basically.
And there's also fish.
And there's also
red fish.
Oh, there was a red fish. I
Yes.
missed it. And also there is sгущенное молоко. I don't know how to translate it.
And some green thing you can chop if you want to.
Wow.
Сгущенное молоко — это, пожалуй, такая недоделанная карамель.
Не додала что?
Карамель.
А,
Совершенно.
First, I want to try it like rough, just pancake. I will take. Wait a second. Oh, what are they cooking? Bitter keys. Yes.
Cozy white bear.
Oh, Pancake. Why not?
Is your grandma
Please
Russian?
move somewhat a bit to the center because you're not seeing. No.
Almost. I didn't know that. Wait a second. I did.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. It's just me.
I'm ready to roll once more. Ruinos X. I'll write your name down and please just to make it a bit easier, please also send me a direct message on Twitch to our channel. And
По-моему, не понял, повтори.
Yeah, that was
yes,
a giveaway.
it was a giveaway. You won a Wrath of the Righteous beta key.
I like it. I like it. It is tasty. Thank you, guys. Do you want to try it?
I think I'll do it one more time. So prepare.
Still giveaway.
Okay, I'm rolling one more time. Kellenon 7. Congrats.
This one?
I'll send you a key too. Where are they all saying GG?
Good game. It means
Ah,
that he won. Oh, she
I
won.
have-
I'm sorry. The person is won. Has won.
I have some other.
Really?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It should have happened. It's okay.
No one abstains.
Okay, I will just some thoughts mixed in my head, and I felt something different, but never mind.
Good guess?
Не особо подгорела, скорее зарумянилась.
Да, милота. Я почти нарезала.
No, we won't be flipping it on air.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's vote for it.
The team won't. The team will curse us after that.
Plum cakes are meant to be imperfect. It's so
Oh,
cute.
that's
so
so
cute.
Yes.
Please, girls, try it.
Thank you.
Ты хочешь на вилочку?
Да.
Nice, tasty. But then, when we'll do it with toppings, we'll roll them.
Так.
Roll it like it hurt. Roll it like it hurt.
Еще одна тарелка нужна.
Да ничего. Вот так выращу. Ой, сюда. Oops.
Approved, 100%.
It is.
You
it
can
is
do it at home. It's not poisoned.
Oh, it's a pity that there is no feeling that Camellia loves. I think she loves being close to the heart of another person. She especially feels connection with. Like, she really likes to fully embrace, to penetrate. Okay, I'm stopping joking. Poisoned. I can't imagine making pancakes without sugar in them. There was a sugar.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
Just not too much. So that was fine.
Because they shouldn't be sweet. Like
Too sweet.
extremely sweet. It's just for the taste.
Isn't it a waffle? No. Have you seen waffles? No. haven't.
You didn't see anything?
Yes, fully trained noob. Hi. Hi. Why are you not in masks? Because we don't have to. I think we don't have to. Like, it's fine, you don't really have to. According to our laws, so we don't break anything.
We're not going out usually anyway. Keep working from home.
Yes, and it's also working.
So we haven't met for several weeks.
Yeah, I haven't. Like, who are these girls? Mask would prevent eating the pancakes, heresy, exactly, and drinking water, obviously, too. It will be very difficult.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry, Ifirnja is worse. We are game developers. It's so much worse than being gamers.
I checked my posture.
Yes, posture
Thank
check.
you. Anyway, most part of our team have already vaccinated, so I will do two as soon as I can.
Me too. I think next week. Hopefully next week
I
I
didn't
will.
because I've just been sick, but we've checked. It wasn't this thing on C you are thinking of.
Yep.
And I've sat at home 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I was almost prepared to be vaccinated, but then I just had to postpone it.
Look, they think I'm the youngest. I'm so pleased. Thank you. That's not true.
Everyone should multi-class to paladin. This is immunity. Yes, but I'm not sure. Is it disease or is it sickness?
Or become a leech so you aren't afraid of anything. You're already dead.
Can you introduce the lady in the middle? I was introduced.
Please welcome Софья!
Yes, Софья.
Почему я неправильно ударение все время ставлю? Прости, пожалуйста. Не самое привычное имя, наверное, для меня.
Не, потому что иногда ставят на другое место ударения просто. И все, поэтому ты привыкла другое слышать.
She's a bit new to the team, but I believe not so.
No,
new
she's not.
At the moment
She has
already.
been with us for several months, so she's cool.
Great
О,
level
Софочка,
designer.
кто-то меня знает, явно.
A level designer who makes puzzles, but won't tell us anything
Not
about
only
it.
puzzles. Please.
So
not
what
only
else do you
puzzles.
do?
Just accept it.
I
At this
have
point.
done social romance.
Oh, so you've been hiding the best part.
So she knows about romances a bit. A
Yeah.
trick.
No, she didn't work on Kingmaker puzzles.
No, I am a rookie here. About
I think
4 months.
you cannot be called like that anymore. It's been several
4
months.
months.
Yeah, 4 months. So
Five
that's
months.
it. That's
It's not
like
tricky anymore.
a
You're
true
part of-
Owlcat team. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Did every one of you also worked on the first game?
Me and you did.
But I worked actually very, very little. I was just doing some items and that's it.
I've been
I started from
Actually-
the first.
working on it more than I do now, as I am a community manager now. And I've been an editor.
Просто на русском языке можно и так.
Да, наверное.
I really like comment from fully trained noob. A virus is probably less of disease and more of swarm of diminutive creatures so immune to weapon damage. Yeah, I like that. That's so. Yeah, and irritates almost as much as swarms do.
And now I will roll. So someone of you will request drawing or or some text for our blackboard.
Yep.
If you want to. So it won't be a beta key. It will be a drawing or a text on the blackboard. Would you like that?
Drawing.
If you would like, it could be evil plan, of course. Anything you...
Y2A, can you imagine me with a whip? That would be
Okay,
nice.
I'm rolling. Sam,
Sion, what do you want to...
what do you want us to write or draw on the blackboard?
If you are still with us, obviously. They see me wrong.
All in, they hating. Okay, Sion is not there, so... Oh, yeah, yep. Ask someone with creativity instead. Okay, I'm rolling once again. Sorry, Mask! Sorry, Mask. What do you want us to draw?
What to write down, yes. Oh,
Just
no.
don't tell that you don't have creativity. I won't believe you.
Oh no.
No one will believe you.
Not a monk.
Why not?
I can't draw a monk. I can just write down monk and that's it. He said, oh no.
By the way, did you notice that this is still here? The Owlcat we had
They see me
back on
moving
Christmas.
my front yard.
An iron it's Arendelle.
Come on, Soren, think of it. Jathel and add the real stuff. Really?
I'm bringing it to you.
Yeah, but can you draw Jathel? Like the problem not in the size.
Please do. Anything you draw will be real Draco.
Из первого PF1 там была Jathel, мертвая эльфийка. Oh.
Он поставил тебя в тупик.
Not me, I'm not the one drawing. It will be Lisa, it was her idea. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I really like Jathel too. It will be you who will be drawing. Sue me. Ah, you're in Canada, I can't sue you. So.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, you can do it. Bastard. True.
Oh, I won't.
I will just cook.
I will just cook. I'm sorry. Should I? I can, yes.
Always
Sorry.
can.
Can I cosplay just Jathel and that's it? Just like, will it be enough? She's already stickman by body type, so no problem. Ah, that's actually really, really good. Whose idea was to give Nanny your appearance? That's actually the first time I've heard that. I've definitely heard about me and Octavia being quite similar, not on this slide though. Jathel is awesome, I agree. First of all, she's undead, which already gives her 1000 points.
Do you like undeads?
Oh yes, I really like undead. I actually have this weird, I don't know, I'm not sure that if in real life there were proper sentient undead people like leeches, that we would kind of hesitate to use their power, their knowledge, their kind of rationalistic way of thinking. So I'm not sure that, I don't think that undeads in real life would be as banished as they are in fantasy life. Leeches, exactly. Did you guys play Pillars of Eternity? Of course, I did. Did you?
Of course.
Of course. Also immortality, blood magic all the way. I mean, even if there was no magic, and imagine that there is some kind of Einstein is dead, but now he's undead. So he's the same pretty much person, maybe without his emotions, but he is as smart and can live for eternity. Who wouldn't use that? Who would just like, oh, banish this undead Einstein, let him perish? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Nikola Tesla, for instance, exactly. You see? Evolved mortal. Immortal? Well, undead are not really immortal. They just don't die from natural causes, so. Yeah, they're just not dead. So they can be killed. It will be a little bit more difficult, but still, they can be killed. Oh, Dijkstra, you wish.
100% real and realistic.
Just move it a little bit. So Soren will be...
Ideal, I think. Thank you.
У меня тут, блин, подгорает.
It's
It's
becoming
so beautiful.
better and better and better.
Almost like our beta is getting better and better.
Thank you, thank you.
This is going to be one of the new portraits.
Definitely, if Jaethal were in this game, but she won't be.
Oh yeah, stack those pancakes up high, baby.
I'm
just like this awful voiceover. Like this.
I'll make one more roll, one more giveaway. So
Giveaway!
whoever wins will get a better key.
Better key right now. Better.
Posy, I am definitely sure you probably already have the game. But as always, if you do have a game, you can always present it to someone. So it's not the game; it's the beta keys, just for beta.
Yep. So now we know who should work as an art guy for portraits.
What? Что?
What? Just read the chat.
Canadian maple syrup?
Yes.
Soren Musk, please do. Are you allowed to send food through the sea?
Yes, of course.
Overseas?
In Russia, yeah, you can do it. There are some countries which have.
I absolutely love maple syrup.
I've never tried maple syrup.
You have to do it so Yulia will taste it. Once a friend of my mother, who lived in Canada back then, he is now living in USA, came to us, and he brought maple syrup with him, and it was magical.
I prefer not sweet. I prefer something more sour. So I really like everything like pickle, sourish, salty. Comments about Pathfinder, like them. Sorry. More loot, please.
Kelenon, if you wrote me a message, yeah, please write me a message by Twitch, direct messages, and after the stream I'll send you the key and you will be able to use it on Steam, and that's it. As simple as that.
It is so beautiful, guys. It is so beautiful.
It is. let's show them once more.
I'll be back in a second.
May I?
Пока еще нет.
I just wanted to show.
I think another will be with a big smiley face.
You can draw smiley face with Nutella, for instance, or with sgущенка.
Why is it green?
Because of spinach.
And it's green because
Oh.
it's lamb cake.
Hydrate, I think it means cheers.
Sorry, I got nothing.
Now let's cheers.
Oh, okay. Cheers. By the way, do you know, my friend of mine taught me when we were in Prague, Czech Republic. She told me they are drinking some beverages, not exactly like us. They do it like they chokают and then
Why?
don't remember. Maybe someone in the chat knows this thing. Why do you need to как будет сказать, как сказать, стукают кружкой об стол?
Just do like what Thor did in Thor 1 movie. Just do,
Thanks.
just to put with power
Pound.
the copper.
Pound
The
the
tankard
tankard
on
on the table.
Yes.
Right.
What are we discussing? J-Cell is better, the best one here.
My Jita
Another.
is perfect.
Yes.
And more than that, she has a 100% real seed.
Isn't
But it's plastic, but that doesn't matter.
Isn't pancakes breakfast food? You eat it with beef in mornings.
I think you may eat them anytime.
For me, pancakes is more like a dessert. So you eat it as a dessert. Somewhere on lunch.
For me, pancakes are more like bread. So you may eat them with anything
Anytime,
And
one
anytime.
week,
or another.
1 week in year.
No, you may eat them more than during 1 week. I've tried. You are not dying after that.
I prefer to have a glass of wine in the morning rather than pancakes.
Or pancake
Are you
as a
serious?
glass, and you
Not
have
every day.
some wine inside it. You take pancakes,
Please
use
no,
it as a
stop
glass.
it. That sounds like some kind of heresy.
Heresy?
Heresy.
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 Caesar is occupied.
Those beans look pretty good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Glass on the table.
Oh, I do know why Czechs do it, but I suspect that's it's the same thing as Polish, where it was through to bring luck in coming fights. Oh, maybe. Czechs and
You were
Poland
discussing
are
this thing?
pretty close.
Plain pancakes equals I can eat everywhere. Pancakes with something else on it is dessert. Okay. What about sausages rolled in pancakes? I've never ever tried it. Have you ever tried sausages and pancakes?
I think yes.
No.
And you also can add some mashed potatoes.
No. I think I just ate pancakes with this like raspberry or strawberry not the jam, but varenia, which is a little bit different to the jam, but kind of have the same idea behind it. Who drew the octopus? No one knows. That's basically the secret.
It just
It just appeared one day.
there, yeah.
No one knows in the office.
Nobody drawn it.
So, what?
This one. No one knows who drew it. It is insane. We tried to find out, but
It happens sometime when we left the office.
It was
for the-
during quarantine, in the
Yeah.
beginning of the quarantine last year, so I don't think we have camera. Of course we do.
We don't have it here.
We also have it here. We just decided not to watch over it.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm just trying to put some more tension.
some secret.
Probably one of our department could be, but we never found out. So that's our talisman right now. Some secret octopus.
Because you know what? Do you know why? Because tentacles.
Tentacles.
Oh no.
Tentacles.
Oh yes, tentacles. Who don't like tentacles?
Yes, tentacles.
Kind of, yeah. That works. That works.
That octopus so cute and polite, I think.
Yeah, he's so cute. He's so cute. 1 in 10 crusaders would agree with tentacles. I'm sorry, what about other 9 crusaders? Oh my. The other 9 are just wrong. Okay, that's fine. That works. It works then. Oh my gosh, you are chopping the herbs.
Something green.
Herbs. I didn't know that spinach would give so much green. Like it is really proper nice green color.
Looking good.
I think we must use matcha another time.
Oh, that actually would be interesting as well. So basically,
Sounds like more for sweeter.
matcha is not sweet at all.
I know, but the taste it makes.
I really love this. Oh, super tapak. 3 girls and tentacles. I thought I would just find a stream, not my hidden folder, you know? Is
I
it
think
only
you
3
were
girls?
the one who voted for kitsunas.
Is it just 3 girls and tentacles?
Am I a tentacle?
You can be a tentacle if you want. That
Everybody
sounded a
can
little
be
bit worse
whoever
than
they
I
want
intended
these
it
days.
to be. But it's fine. I should stop it. Steak, waves, tape, tentacles, and that after only 1 hour 15 minutes. Stay tuned for what happened after 2 hours.
Do you know what?
Just pain. What?
I'll see if I will be able to add this button
Which one?
now that you suggested, or somebody.
Oh, dance break. Alcoholic pancakes. Do you mean? Actually, you can't really cook a pancake with the alcohol. In terms of like, I do know that you can cook beef with kind of beer, like meat with beer, but I don't think you can cook pancake with
Whiskey.
alcohol. No, you can do it well, but in general, because it will vaporize probably, and that's it. Surely office has vodka. I actually don't think so. I don't think we have vodka in our office. Maybe cognac, whiskey, but not sure the.
Vodka on
Oh,
one of the tables.
okay. We
How
have
many golden toads should it?
It should be definitely more expensive than hydrate. And also put
I
a
tried
timer.
it super cheap.
Yeah, put a timer on it so that we don't dance every second.
I'll just add an image later, sometime later.
Yeah.
Because
Should
I
we-
don't have it
let's-
at hand.
Just in case, could you go down? Scroll. Yes, put a cooldown and limits, otherwise it will be basically what I did for hydrate. 15 minutes, yeah, that should. And 0, put enter amount 0 and 0, otherwise it will be, I believe, limited to 1. Yep, that's it.
Okay, so sudden dance should now appear.
Okay, good.
Pancakes.
Of
course.
Sudden dance. Lisa, do you want to dance? Do you
Oh.
want to dance?
Without music, it will be the worst.
She just like.
Let's pretend there is music there, but they.
Yeah, go on.
You definitely need a whip for that. Just like, go on, girls, go on.
Ah!
Why you stopped?
So now we know who are D on, who is S.
No, I don't want to stream anymore.
So they've been drinking, lol.
We've been
We just tried.
hydrating.
Wait this time. No.
Oh,
It's almost like eyes. Oh, that's so cute. It's
it's like a mushroom or something.
what are in those pancakes? Spinach, but also LSD,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes,
Yes.
spinach.
What else they could be like?
Он болеет ветрянкой. Я не знаю, как это по-английски.
He is sick with ветрянка.
Dots.
With dots. I don't remember how it's called. Chicken. No, chicken pox is a different thing, no? Is it chicken pox? Is it?
So, what are we going to drink? We can't stop
check.
you in.
So what are we going to drink? Are you going to drink or we are going to drink? That's two different cases.
Drink or ring?
Drink, my darling. It's drink. Is hydrate for vody or vodka? It's for vody.
Воды отходят.
Воды.
Why? What's the best part of your
I
game
might
designer
just
and
a bit
community
later.
manager, and
See?
what is it
It's
the worst?
sliding. Just a little bit late.
The best part of my job as a game designer, I have to come up with enjoyable suffering for our players. But actually, I just like the team. To be honest, like if all these jokes aside, I really like working with the team. I kind of like to come up with gameplays just to ensure that you guys have as much of fun as we can provide. But yeah, kind of that's it. What about you? What are the what is
What is that you do here?
what is the best and the worst part is that you have to actually work a lot, and then there was always a lot of feedback, and you have somehow to kind of differentiate between feedback that you kind of that's valid feedback and some feedback that maybe that's not essential. That's the worst part because it's difficult.
Feedback.
What about community manager? What's the best and the worst part of your job?
The best part is feedback. The worst part is also feedback. Let me think. Well, basically it is, even though it sounds like a joke. But let me think. For me, one of the best parts is that you have to be real life, real time multi-class and do whole different stuff like making streams with cooking pancakes. It's like a part of my job here, if you think about it. Sometimes we draw something. We're thinking of coming up with some quests, community quests or something like that. Some
it will
games.
come to you. I will ask you this question. Don't worry.
We're reading all the stuff you are writing about our games, and as I've said before, sometimes it's beautiful, it's interesting, because guys, there are so many of you who are wise and so creative. It's great, but
It is actually.
of course there are also tones of critics
Yep.
and sometimes nasty words, and we have to cope with this too. And this, of course, can be tiresome.
Yep.
So, and of course, I do also love our team very much, and I really look forward for the moment we will
Come back to the office
here to work together every day. Yeah.
So basically, another question: what is the best and the worst part in level design?
The worst part in level design, I think, writing documents.
You don't really like to write?
Oh, I don't like
Oh,
it.
I've seen. Yeah, it is quite complicated. I've seen level designers' documents, and it is. Yeah, a lot of information have to be there. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part?
Another part of my work.
Everything else, basically.
Everything else, yes.
Okay.
When you done everything right and it's work,
Mm-hmm.
it's the best. It's the best part of my work.
So when you realize it's complete and it's fine, it's okay, and
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
By the way, a thing you said is also, Yulia, the thing you said before also, I think, not just about your job, but everyone's here. It can be also tiresome because it's always much work to do.
It is.
There's always something to do, and we all are burning with our work. We love it, so it's sometimes difficult to stop during weekends, even though we're not asked to work there.
Yeah, I know. It's always a lot of.
Зеленый.
I'm sorry, it's green. It's green.
Капли, потому что мы очень ожесточенно готовим. Это нормально.
Яростно.
В следующий раз фартуки предпочту.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ярость топора, ярость половника. Извини.
There is one of the. No, I was just like, have you guys seen a video of a guy putting all the sheeps in? Oh yes, exactly. It's. Well, actually, the funny part, so basically, the comments are there. Have you guys seen that video of a guy putting all the sheeps in the same hole while the dev watches and cries? Hilarious. Sometimes it happens, but actually, sometimes it's like works in reverse. So you come up with some item, and for instance, for an item or something like that, but then you realize that it actually is better than you originally intended. So basically you thought like, yeah, that's a fine item, but nothing too special. But then in reality, you guys come up with some ideas how you can work it, how you can kind of play around it, make a proper build with it, and you just like, wow, was not intended, but we really like it. It's not about abuse it, because it's more like if it is something very abusive, not sure if you can put it like that, but game breaking, then we will fix it. But if it is something that basically награждать.
Reward?
Yes, basically rewards your creativity without breaking the game, then go for it.
It can also bring some new ideas to our developers, to our team.
True.
They sometimes really change something in the game because you came up for it. You think of it or suggested it.
Exactly. So yeah, sometimes obviously you want it to work one way and somehow players just do different stuff, and yeah, you try to catch all this stuff and then amend the game just to ensure that players will actually have an enjoyable experience. Yep. Sorry, Mask, ideas, you give us too much credit. We are just lazy and we're always looking for shortcuts. Good, that's actually nice. And that's actually very, as a game developer, that's very fulfilling. Like, it's really nice.
Nobody is putting so much effort in searching for shortcuts in order to be lazy than the gamers.
Yep.
Sometimes incredible.
D&D has a random star that lets you create your own demo plane, which is normally isn't a problem until players start using it as a hyperbolic time chamber to insta level 20. Yep. Yeah. Bow 420, we actually working on it. There's still complaints that there are not enough great swords in chapter 2 and 3 in Pathfinder Wrath Righteous, but that was merely because of the bug. So it should be better. Такие вкусненькие, they're so cute.
Oh.
Elven Coast Blades also, yeah, we try to, in this game, we try to ensure that you have like not just one weapon for the whole game. When developing the game, are you developing it for experienced players or new players, and how hard is to balance that? That's actually a very interesting question. So basically, it depends on who is developing what in general. We have people who more inclined to have more difficult features for experienced players, but at the same time we try to improve, like tutorial for instance, to improve the encounters, the difficulty levels, so that new players it will be easier for them to start the game. But at the same time we try to ensure that players who are familiar with the game don't suffer too much. So for instance, when we add tutorials or some easier processed information, we try to put it in the way that we don't deceive old players, but at the same time that we give information for the new players. It's very difficult actually.
It's actually a good thing we have many different opinions presented here, and while guys are deciding something for the game, there are really argues. There are heated discussions sometimes, and this helps, I think, to make something in between.
Exactly.
Something that will most of you like.
For instance, in the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, there are two main difficulties that we are looking into. Is a normal difficulty, which is intended for people who just started playing Pathfinder, but they are really interested in kind of learning the mechanics, or they're a little bit familiar with Pathfinder mechanics. And then there is a core difficulty mechanic, and the core difficulty mechanic is obviously oriented on more experienced people who know the rules, who knows how to make proper builds, and so on and so forth. So this is our two main difficulties that we try to balance the game around, so that all newcomers will not be too scared, let's say, with swarms as it was in Pathfinder Kingmaker, but at the same time that it's beautiful, and at the same time that all people who enjoyed core difficulty and more close to the rules game will also enjoy it. So I'm sorry, I can just talk about it for ages.
Please do. We're here for talking, after all, besides cooking.
How do you read the chances that Wrath of the Righteous will be actually shorter than Kingmaker? I think it's more like 100%. It will be shorter.
It's difficult as far as I understand the situation, because as far as I know, we're aiming it to be like the single walkthrough to be shorter.
Yeah, single walkthrough.
But because it has so
many different
much
mythic paths.
side content.
Yep.
More, how's it called? Reactions and stuff. It was a
reactivity.
Yeah, more
Double
reactivity. Different mythical paths, which each one of them is whole new branch of the game, basically.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So if we count this all together, I'm afraid the game will become much longer than Kingmaker, obviously. But yeah, for a single walkthrough, as far as I know, we're aiming for it to be shorter.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Trapping she hearts.
And by the way, please remember that most of the players, or many of them, maybe, have a long timer on Steam for the game because they started, then dive into some build porn.
Oh yes.
Starting building and rebuilding and returning back to start to rebuild something else, and that's why they have multiple, sometimes more than 1,000 hours of game.
That's all, folks. That's the last.
We can
Just let's do one full yellow.
normal. Hey, let me do one more.
What do you want to do? Oh, giveaway.
Giveaway. Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Yep.
Do you have DLC planned for Rise of the Rushes? We're currently working on the main game, so.
We are ready just to talk about that. Hey, one NFI in Tizer.
Infinity Zero.
Infinity Zero, please write us a direct message on Twitch, and a bit later after the stream I'll send you beta key.
Infinity Zero.
Congrats. Hey, Takirash, hi to Norway.
Hey, hello. It's really, really nice.
So I'm spoiling one more good talk by my giveaways, right?
I don't know, you don't spoil anything, my darling. I just I love this in English. My darling.
Hydrate!
I don't have anything to hydrate with.
You can drink this.
Thank
You
you.
want it?
No.
Why?
I prefer it cooked. Let's say it's my personal preferences.
We don't judge you.
Yes, I think it's the message.
Yes, please DM to Owlcat Games account, that's right. And they order dance and hats.
I know, but I have to answer this question. Yeah, I understand that, but you might have ideas, you won't be able to fit in the game for initial release, and you already know you're going to put them in DLC or a later upgrade. Actually, it would be, I know that basically, we don't do it like that. So it is either really planned as a DLC, or we kind of consider it, from initial, we might discuss it as a DLC. Or we come up with some ideas after we release the game, but it's not like, okay, this is a feature, we want it in our main game, but we don't have time to implement it, therefore let's put it in the DLC.
No, it doesn't work.
It's just like, if you want it in the main game, it will be in the main game. If you don't want, you want it but not sure, then cut it off. Maybe. But no, we actually don't plan it okay, we will add it as a DLC.
Yeah,
so
we're usually thinking of DLCs separately, as far as I know. So when it was about Kingmaker, then guys were thinking we want one of them to be some story Dreaming DLC, some part of new story, and with new mechanics, by the way, because.
Do you know how the DLC about the Varn was created? Because I'm just curious if it was created just because a lot of people just went, I want a romance Varn, I want a romance Varn.
The narrative designers wanted to.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, we wanted it to be the Warhold a lot. I'm talking about a story DLC, new part of the story, somewhat standing a bit as side story, but connected to the main one. And wanted to add some new mechanics, which means you're playing a general, not the Baron himself, and everything just a bit different because of that. And yeah, then they decided to add some more romances there also.
Yes, because when I saw Varn in the main game, I was just like, I want to romance him.
Yeah. And then
Who wouldn't?
we had some free of charge DLCs.
Yep.
They were planned. More
Arcane
spells. Yeah, Arcane Unleashed. Oh, was it free? I don't remember.
I think it was.
There was
With
this bloody.
dismemberment, bloody.
No, dismemberment is a part of stretch goals for Wrath of the Righteous.
Ah, it's a different thing.
Yeah, bloody mess.
Bloody mesh.
Bloody mesh. Just some visual effects. Everybody could add, and what besides? So it was.
Sisters already.
Yeah. So we wanted to add when the how's it called?
I don't remember. Like the sisters.
Yeah.
The sisters DLC. Wild cards.
Yeah. The wild cards was like we're adding new characters, romanceable companions, with a new class, and they are companions that represent this class. And with these companions, we also get their personal quest and their romantic ocean, so romantic part of the quest. I don't remember. Was there anything else?
Probably something minor.
And the third one of the big DLCs was the Endless Dungeon, of course, and that's completely
Oh, I love the
different
Endless
thing.
Dungeon.
We wanted to make an Endless Dungeon roguelike.
Yep.
And see how it works without our game. How could we add it to our game? And I think we succeed because I know many of our players love it. Oh,
Isn't the DLC going to be about? Oh, okay, I'm not going to play with that.
what?
No. I just wanted to be a little bit nasty, but I decided not to. As always.
That's a good phrase. Did you read it out loud?
Yeah.
About
I wanted to be a little bit nasty,
okay,
but I
okay.
decided not to be. Okay, so what was the thing you really wanted to implement as a level designer, but couldn't because of time restrictions?
You didn't
По-русски?
dance the
Да, какая была фича, которую ты хотела бы заимплементировать как левел-дизайнер, но из-за
Я поняла,
времени...
я просто
из-за
скажу.
Да, давай.
У меня не так было много времени, чтобы
Окей.
что-то придумать.
Что-то хотеть.
Чтобы что-то хотеть, да. Есть и так много фичей, которые вырезаются.
Ладно, какая твоя фича мечты вот, профессиональная есть?
Да.
Как левел дизайнер? Что бы ты хотела сделать? Неважно, оно будет когда-нибудь в
Сейчас.
нашей игре, не в нашей, в будущей. Просто твоя какие-то идеи. Что-нибудь клевое можешь поделиться?
I'm dancing.
Я бы хотела сделать какую-нибудь большую локацию с большим количеством архитектуры, с большим количеством разных уровней. Вот. Но пока что на этом проекте мне не довелось сделать большую локацию, да. Потому что когда я пришла, уже все большие локации были разобраны.
So basically, she would love to make some big, detailed location all by herself.
With a nice...
With many levels and...
architecture.
Cool architecture, yeah.
Does Yulia need help? I do. I always need help. So, if you want, you can always help me out.
Yulia,
I accept.
would you like to dance?
I've danced. I've just already actually danced.
No, you didn't.
No. That's actually 4 words.
No, that's before.
Yes, I know. And then
You didn't. You were talking.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
You were
Guys,
talking.
Guys, did I dance?
I have a hat, and you didn't dance.
She was doing proper. You see? I was just like... I did. It was a weird dance while I was sitting.
It was a dance of a mind.
Yes, I did. Cold bluff. Dancing while saying no nasty doesn't count. Isn't it? Isn't it? It is. I'm sorry.
Are we finished?
She's right. All left.
Yeah.
Who knows? Can we eat? I'm so hungry actually. I didn't eat a lot. I ate a little bit. Do you plan to provide a Linux version of Wrath of the Righteous? We don't know yet, so I'm sorry, we don't know. It's called couch dancing. I do couch dancing every time, like all day long while I'm working and I'm stressed and I listen to the music. I'm just like basically like that.
I want to see it in real life.
That's why I never turn on my camera while I'm working. I'm just like, shit, why this is not working? What's wrong with Unity? Can I die already? All that stuff.
Can die, can dance.
Yes, bon appetit.
Oh.
У тебя, да, у тебя ножка вылетает из нее.
Ладно. Там нормально не вставишь. И аккуратно.
У меня ногти. I have claws.
Bon appetit. Thank you. I need to cook dinner.
No, I can't.
Good luck to you.
Oh, kind of. It kind of works.
Show me the pancake.
Show
I
them.
just
All
want
of it.
to
That's too yellow.
сложить парочку.
Где эта штука?
How do you want to? You want to
Fold some of them.
do this magic? I can't do this magic.
This kind of
Magic.
magic. So what topping do you prefer, ladies?
Suffering of our players, tears.
I won't be
Tears, of
able to add it
course.
to the pancake.
Tears
Okay.
and blood.
Choose some another.
Oh, blood is nice. Blood.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. Smetana, please. I'm just basically the latest one.
Я не сложу так красивенько.
А ты сложи, я потом туда волью ее. Эти.
А просто без ничего?
Да,
делаешь?
я волью.
А возьми тарелочку.
Да? Тебе принести
Ты
тарелку?
чего хочешь?
Принести тебе тарелку.
Okay. So I'll fold it just like that, without anything.
Is it smoked salmon or salty salmon?
Please.
Sure. Salt. Подкопченая. Smoked.
Smoked.
Yes.
No one knows who drew that. When you hate using scissors. Oh, that's how you want to fold it. Okay, thank you. And then I need smietana. Who doesn't like smietana?
Начало тогда.
I was yellow.
Sour cream, yes. Smietana. Sour cream.
Some kind of fresh cheese? No, it's some kind of
Сметана.
Smietana, sour cream.
sливки, cream.
Cream, sour cream.
Key.
Oh, we can post links to clips, or is that just a something? I don't know.
I guess yes.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
So this one is more London cake.
London?
It's more green than yellow.
Ah.
But I think it turned out quite well.
I don't know how to eat it.
Is it tasty?
Of course it is. I don't know how to eat it just.
Pancake, cheers!
Oh shit, yeah.
We did it.
I felt so weird eating on the camera. It just,
Yeah.
it just basically like these mukbangs, which I hate actually. I just hate when people eat on camera. So I have this very weird double standards thing.
Do you want me to turn it off?
What's the difference between pancake and an omelette? Pancake from the flour, omelette with eggs only? No?
That's right.
Hmm?
Omelette is just made of eggs and milk.
It could be omelette
Right.
could be without milk.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be without milk.
Is that green part tasty? I don't have it.
It is, but I didn't eat it, but it
It's
is.
okay.
You're supposed to describe the taste of lunch cakes. It's like not really sweet pancakes, so which is nice. I don't really like very sweet pancakes, so it's just a pancakes.
With fish.
Omelette without milk is poo-poo. Isn't omelette is basically when you just scramble? Ah, no, that's scrambled. It's so difficult, like all this cuisines, different dishes, cooking. You just eat the food and that's it. Caviar, sour cream, and finely chopped onion is great with that. Yeah, actually, I agree with you.
You can put more sugar into lamb cakes if you are romancing
Romancing
them. So cute.
Ooh.
What's
You are
wrong with
not
you?
romancing
It's-
lamb?
it's-
Is it about
sounds-
romancing?
It sounds.
It's like sugar dating? I don't know. I didn't get the.
I have some bad ideas about how it does it sound.
Oh yeah, I don't have actually.
I don't have.
Yeah, maybe just like more sugar, more sugar.
Дай
like
мою
that.
мышку, пожалуйста.
Yes, I will
И
give you.
мою кружку.
And yeah, this one, yep.
Thanks.
Near land romance scene. Land makes you pancakes.
Not so far
Oh, that would be so
from
cute.
truth.
On bonfire.
Put some sugar on me. I think you wouldn't like it. Have you so basically you can is it called depilation when you do this in English? You can do it with wax and then with sugar. Have you ever tried it? It's not a pleasant feeling. If you want to suffer, just go book the first sugaring experience in your life. Oh, that's a song, but it's basically r/whoosh. I didn't know this song. No, sugar scrubbing is just I think for as a scrubbing, but then there is a sugaring. So there's a wax. When you want to delete your hair, you can wax it, or you can do the sugaring. When you put the sugar, a proper sugar on yourself, and then it just like. No, I think it's. I'm not sure actually. I've never tried it.
Ifirnia, I'm afraid that it would, if I had started filming or streaming while our studio teammates will be relaxing on the fresh air, they will kill me and won't let them happen.
Sugar
But we could try. We could. Only it could be some kind of Instagram stream or something.
Yeah, we can try it.
On the phone.
Yes, Gala, thank you.
Torture method, that's right. Just as streaming people who don't want to be streamed.
It is a thing. I know that I think some of my friends prefer it more than the waxing. I've never tried it because I'm lazy. I didn't like waxing actually as well. It's painful. It's like doesn't worth it. Just use Coca-Cola for what? For waxing? I'm not sure that it will work for deleting your hair.
You can use Coca-Cola for just deleting anything.
I like some of her comments. I once tried waxing. It didn't hurt. It also didn't any hair.
Yes.
I actually also tried it. I think there
There's some wrong wax.
all this waxing stuff that's sold in usual grocery store that you can wax yourself usually doesn't delete any.
Can we stop talking about it?
Okay. I just like to talk about some weird shit.
Giveaway!
I just like.
Inquisitor, you just won better key. Please, if you are here. Yeah, good game. Reds, if you're here, write us a direct message to, on Twitch to our channel, and I will later send you a key.
I'm just going to turn my face that way because I think I look better when I'm eating. That's I know.
You can move just like couple centimeters and they won't see you.
If I would like them not to see me, I wouldn't be on that stream. So that's
makes sense.
That's not how streaming works.
Do you guys know Boris is the shashlik king?
Of course we know.
I don't actually. I think you're the only one knows.
It's not my name.
Ah, that was a joke. Whoosh.
Yeah, cozy white beer. На здоровье.
Cheers. I prefer cheers than на здоровье, actually. It's shorter. Cheers.
We actually don't say на здоровье while drinking. we don't say that. We say like
what is
спасибо на здоровье. Like you're welcome. But not when we're drinking.
No, when we're drinking, we just usually
Выпьем.
for something, or sometimes
Ура!
for something.
Выпьем тост.
Yeah, for something. I just like let's drink for ourselves. Let's drink for our nice career. Let's drink for our future. Okay.
Let's do.
So something like that. Just like basically.
Гринмарант, это то, о чем я только что говорила, собственно, да, мы этого не говорим.
Но некоторые говорят вроде как.
Ну, наверное, тоже от региона зависит.
Я не знаю.
В голливудских фильмах,
да. I know that in some like, I don't know, in some companies, it is very rude to drink without reason to drink. So you always have to have a reason to drink for the ladies, for the company, for the future, for the love, for I don't know something.
Like southern parts of the country.
Actually, no. I have a very bad like drinking culture. I don't know a lot of traditions. Let's say. I recently, I think it was 2 years or 3 years ago, that when I learned that there is a tradition that you don't change who is spilling the wine, how just like pouring the wine or the alcohol.
So only one person should do that.
Yes, it should be the same hand. Not necessarily the same person. It could be two people, but different. They're always the same bottle from the same person. I didn't know that. And also that. I don't remember, there was something about women pouring a wine. It should be, if there is a man, it should be a man doing that. There's a lot of different traditions which I don't know. I just drink. As a proper alcoholic, I just drink. I'm sorry.
Just drink.
Just drink. For the drinking.
I'm not ready.
Run. We're waiting for you. Drinking without a reason is alcoholism. Drinking without is celebrating, exactly.
Every day you have a reason to drink.
I would say every day gives 2 or 3 more reasons to drink. It's called stress.
So sad and tired, Юля.
Yeah, kind of. За Йормунда, сына Сигвальда.
О, ну как за такой не
Да. We're waiting for our friend. Obviously, we're drinking water for Jormund and сына Сигвальда. Jormund, сын Сигвальда.
Cheers.
Cheers! What would be the nicest place to visit Russia if I would go on vacation there? Something secret, very few about no Moscow, no St. Petersburg.
Baikal.
Kazan.
Baikal.
Go to Kazan.
Baikal. Definitely.
Yeah, Kazan, Baikal, Zолотое кольцо, Golden Ring, basically.
Well, the Golden Ring is basically a number of cities.
Yes.
With different churches, architecture.
Not far from St. Petersburg.
But hey, start with St. Petersburg or Moscow.
It's not like something secret very few know about. It's definitely, well, it wouldn't be me knowing about it for sure. But there are a lot of nice places, maybe not nice cities. Kazan is definitely one of them. But other than that, it's the nature is really nice, but Kazan is beautiful indeed.
Just keep in mind that visiting big cities of Russia, and especially Moscow, St. Petersburg, and other places, is the whole different experience, maybe.
Yeah.
So choose looking on what do you like more?
Do
we
you
have
let German scene? Why not?
I think it's more for this.
Why not?
Get free vaccines.
Oh, I don't
It's
know
more what the
about
previous from the gala.
And by the way, we have, besides cities, we have, excuse me, like why I said Baikal, we have lots and lots of great natural places with no tourist infrastructure at all, sometimes, but beautiful, incredible. I also like very much all the wild nature tourism, and we've been to several times to как оно называется, на севере.
North? North? Somewhere?
Нет, я
на
пытаюсь.
севере место какое-то?
Да, это.
А что там?
Ну, еще севернее Питера. Что находится?
Я его тоже не могла вспомнить
Блин.
сегодня сейчас. Я поняла. Только по вот этот заготовочек наш на карте.
Не могу вспомнить.
I can't-
У меня
I can't
слова
either.
забываются. I just keep forgetting names, words and so on. Карелия.
Вот, да.
Карелия.
Спасибо. Thank you. That was what I was trying to remember.
Karelia is
as
incredible
well.
experience, but for example, I recommend it.
Карелия. Карелия разве Россия?
Мгм.
Карелия наша, да, конечно, конечно.
Choose the other countries, yeah.
Она находится ближе к границе с Финляндией.
Yulia can't eat. Exactly. That's true. Cheers. Cheers. I'm eating. So yeah. You've redeemed hydrate.
So a friend of mine traveled on some long string that runs through Russia and other countries. Some group of guys got on when he was sleeping and robed. Whoa.
Painting like Bob Ross was a mythic path in
Rest of the Russians.
yes.
I've traveled once or twice, through number of countries to Czech Republic
Mm-hmm.
from Russia, and there was some.
Arm wrestle challenge. I like it.
Let's start.
We will eat and then
They
we'll
said that there
I
was
don't
some
mind it.
particular place and some particular night during the way when you should not only lock down your room, or how's it called, on train, you also need to barricade or something because some nasty people are walking there and trying to
rob you.
pick up all the locks and rob you. It was
Rob
during
you.
my childhood.
About Bob Ross, yeah, you can Roman Sociel, he will paint you.
Like one of your French girls. When I traveled in Vietnam, so we travel. I don't remember where I was. So we traveled using this night bus. When you travel for the night, but then you sleep in the bus. Like you have this laying
Between
down
cities.
position. Yes, yes, yes. And actually, there was some foreign person that was robbed, but yeah, kind of. It is a nasty thing to happen, but at the same time, he slept with his jeans and with his wallet in the back pocket of his jeans. So it was no wonder that he was robbed. Like, who would do that if you are told that you could be robbed? It's like you have to be prepared that you will be robbed. I was
But
robbed in Russia.
sleeping with hands in your
No,
back
no,
pockets?
no. There was a wallet in his pocket, but there was actually special places where you could put all your belongings, and then you will lay down on them, so no one can. But actually, I was so afraid that we will be robbed that I wasn't able to sleep. I was like this half dreaming because I was just like, "Is everything fine? Are we not
That's
dead
not
yet?"
healthy.
That's not
at
healthy.
all.
No, that's not healthy. But I actually really like the whole travel. I really like traveling in the bus.
I traveled by bus a lot between Moscow and Voronezh.
Voronezh. Ah, Voronezh. Got it. So, yeah, it's always not a nice thing to happen, but
Nice comment. That's why a woman always has her sida with her.
I had this stupid story when I was in McDonald's. It was like, I don't know, not 10 years ago, but maybe 9 or 8 years ago. So I was in the McDonald's with my bag, but this bag wasn't, like, it didn't have a proper feature to be closed. It was always a little bit open.
Zip.
Yeah, it didn't have zip. this nice feature called the zip.
You implement in order to close.
Yes. So, and basically somehow the guys, and I was paying with my card. I had a wallet, I had a card, I took out my card, I paid with that, pressed PIN code, put it down, put it back into my bag. So the burglars took it, and they actually tried to cash out the money from my card. But somehow they were so unlucky that even though they saw me putting the PIN code for my card, they wouldn't able to remember it. So they blocked my card because they put a PIN code 3 times wrong in a row. So just like, okay, good for me. But after that, always a zip.
Oh, that brought back bad memories. Someone stole my wallet, and just after that, I've been hanging out with friends, and after that, I was sad, and I went back home, and I've been going underground, and at every corner I saw some cards, some stickers, some belongings from my wallet, you see. So they've been going this exact way, searching through my wallet and throwing everything they didn't like out. And it was so sad.
That's so awful.
Some checks,
Really?
cards, well, not plastic cards, some small stickers, useless stuff. It was like, oh.
I didn't have anything. Like I think I had just 100 rubles and like debit card there, and that's it. And they failed even that.
Quite a long time ago. I haven't used cards a lot back then. But hey, we're talking, I think, too much on such an unpleasant theme.
How much of an impact has the lockdown on the development of the game?
Not much, I think.
Not much.
Yeah, me too.
We don't see our colors. That's very sad and miscommunicative, but
So yeah, looks like for most of us, probably the impact mostly like psychological in some way, communicative, but technically, well, first of all, not for everyone, because some people vice versa like it, being at home and not having to go anywhere and see anyone. And we already had this tradition that we sometimes worked at home and sometimes from office. Probably, I think each member of the team had this ability, so we had some technical things already set up, so it wasn't too much of trouble to go completely
Online distance?
Yeah.
Working. I really
Remote.
liked the comment from Gala. Yeah, it is sad. I don't think I've ever got robbed, but I caught a pickpocket once and promised up to rip off his arm if I catch him again. I'm just trying to imagine that. Angry Gala. It should be scary, actually.
I believe her.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, she will definitely rip off my arm. Yep.
And then he told it everybody else, so nobody, since then nobody tried to rob Kayla.
Yeah, just like no one.
She's too serious.
Just cut it off. Oh, I'm just trying to. Do you have any pets in real life?
oh, I have a doggy.
Which one?
Yeah.
So she's a Métis
Mm-hmm.
of Jack Russell and Pinscher.
Oh, that should be really nice.
Yeah, she's really cute. I can show.
Yeah, please, show it.
Let's see, we have a cat, 2 rats, and how is it called?
Raven? No, not the raven. Galka. Yeah.
Gala should remember the name. I don't remember how's it called in English.
It's a bird.
Yes.
Bird.
We had a bird.
Чу, щучи кьючи доги.
Где там камера?
Давай, я выщу. Щучи кьючи доги. Дюка чуть. Дюка чуть.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Доги.
Yeah, we have a
showed
Superman back at home,
everyone.
of course. Yeah, it's a jackdaw. We have a jackdaw.
On cute little body part.
He has
She's
his
not a
own,
pupper.
like, big, huge cage, which like quarter of the room size or something.
I think we have your dog on our Instagram. Yes.
Oh, so it's him or her?
Her.
Her.
Yeah. How old
I
is
now
she?
remember.
6 years.
Oh, she's quite mature, I would say.
Yeah.
I really like this. I have a piece of paper in my wallet that says I memorized explosive runes this morning. I need it. This is just the size going back to me. Get axolotl to your office. Very cool animal. It is
It's a
cool.
fish.
It's not a fish. It's
Cat?
Cat.
Super red.
No, it's more like not salamandra, but basically something амфибия.
Я думала, это оцелот, в смысле, типа.
Да, это оцелот.
Оцелот кот.
Нет.
Нет?
Axolotl. Axolotl. It is basically the creature that never goes past their puberty. Like they never grow old. They're always in this young state. So. Semaphore, thank you for being with us. Axolotl, yes.
Smaller dogs get older than bigger dogs, so this isn't necessarily old. Yes.
I have 2 pugs, and I just can't.
Inquisitor says I have a piece of paper in my wallet that says.
I just read
Yeah,
it.
did you?
Just
Excuse
2
me.
minutes ago. Just 2
Excuse
minutes
me.
ago, I did it.
I like this one.
I love that too.
I've been listening about animals. I've been thinking about animals.
Animals. I have a silverfish living in my bathroom. What? Gala. You need to explain on that. That sounds very exotic. Чешуйницы. Okay, I need to Google what's that. Is it like a small fish?
Чешуйница звучит как какое-то насекомое.
Они там просто
Чешуйни.
живут.
Чешуйница. Oh!
Да.
Oh, that's called.
Ah.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. I feel your pain actually. Usually I don't see them, but if I, let's say, go on vacation for 2 weeks and you don't turn on the light, so they start just kind of 1 or 2 just decided that the bathroom is the nice place to relax.
I think they're living in our bathroom.
I think they're living in pretty much every bathroom
I
because
sometimes
they live in
see
the
them
tubes.
and pretend I didn't see them. Because it's quite
I
horrifying.
don't want to think about
Don't
it.
think about it. Yeah, that's the way of life, sadly. Sadly, that's the way of life, and sometimes we really need these awful insects. So just like I actually bleach my
Thanks
bath.
God there are no cockroaches, at least.
Yeah, I think I just on. Okay, let's not talk about this awful subjects. Let's talk about something better. Yeah.
Like this is the circle of life.
Is it a song from
Lion King.
Oh, Lion King. Anyway, let's talk about our game. Let's talk about something more important. Our game.
Well,
Do you have any
I
questions?
would have sang our songs if they had any words.
But they it's calling for me. It just. I'm. Yes.
Jathal missed it.
Yes, so now.
She shouldn't have let it go.
Let it go, let it go. I thought. Okay. What is the most disgusting creature in our game?
Swarms.
Nah.
Any swarms.
No.
Swarm that walk.
I forgot. Is it Nalfeshny? No, that's not Nalfeshny who is putting this Song of Discord debuff that everyone is complaining about. Camellia? No, definitely not Camellia.
Why?
Because we have this. I don't remember what was that. A demon with his Song of Discord. Because I know that people are complaining about him and not really complaining about Camellia. So you just like, yeah. That one Inquisitor dude. Harlon, that one Inquisitor? I'm sorry, I need to do this awful noise.
No,
Wait.
he's a
I
useful
hate
guy.
Directly? No, I think this note wasn't directly. I'm sorry, this noise. Halron, yeah. What kind of variety of creatures will be in the game? Will it be mostly demons? It will be mostly demons. That's kind of the limitation of the whole setup. Джейтл с Октавией опять подрались в опе, они каждую пятницу одна и та же жиза. Но главное, что сайз, как она называется-то? Как по-русски?
Скузи.
Как она? Скузи, как?
Коса.
Коса, точно, я забыла. Коса у меня. Все, склероз.
Коса нашла нахуй меня.
Да. Not my games, good guess though. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. What else can we discuss about our game? Whenever I think about a game, I have our game. I think about this song by 3 Day Grace. Pain.
It's just because you're working too much.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. What are the cutest creature other than Ivo? Oh, I know there will be some cute creatures thanks to our bakers, but I will not spoil them right now.
I think this car is very cute. You have so many legs, so many eyes.
It's like this person was disgusted by talking about silverfish, but it's like this curry is so cute.
And this person thought she was good.
Yeah, just like this curry is so cute. What else we have cute?
Murder ponies.
We don't
Invisible murder ponies.
Oh, invisible murder ponies.
You don't see them, but they are cute.
Like we have nice and gracious. No, gracious is a
Oh
different
yeah, there will be hot chopper maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
He is cute.
There will be more familiars, as I said, thanks to our bakers, and they will be cute. But dinosaurs Triceratops can be called cute.
They are cool.
Yeah,
And Velociraptor.
Mostly
very
cool.
cute.
Velociraptor.
Cute and cool.
Cute in a cool way.
Yes. Who else is cute? I'm just trying to remember.
Anything connected to Azat is cute.
No, it's not cute. Actually, we will have Azata Lilyland, but they are not really cute. They're more like gracious. No, like with grace, basically. So.
A little dragon of.
Yeah, that will be our familiar. So,
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, can you call как по-английски сажу зовут?
Sus.
Sue's cute. I think yes. If you, especially if you
What's that?
suit.
It's a raven.
Especially or it's crow. Especially if you look
Crow?
at this fun art we had
Shoot, it's
with
cute.
Amber and Suit, and they were like, ooh, they were definitely cute. Yeah, I don't mean Amber, a red panda from Kingmaker, but Amber, an elf witch from
A new
Wrath
game.
of the Righteous.
Yep. What will the controls for the camera panning be like? Currently, I think you can control it with your mouse, but it will be probably. There is something. It's better to ask our UI guys. I think we're working on improving the rotation not only with your mouse, but I can't really.
There is a comment
Yeah.
below about that. Correct.
I'm not sure.
Scroll
Yeah.
with wheel. Well, not scroll. It's like pushing. I think your scroll and moving
Yeah.
the mouse, or press some of the buttons to rotate, or move it with WSADQ.
Wait, what? Did you guys add the hunter and diners, or are you talking about diners from something else? We added hunter and two diners, velociraptor and triceratops. I'm not sure how you pronounce it correctly.
Did we announce that yet?
We announced that we are going to add hunter and dinos.
Which exact dinosaurs?
That happens on the streams. Don't do that.
I even didn't know it was a thing.
Okay. You did announce it now. It happens sometimes on the streams. And maybe other diners, maybe something else. Maybe not hunter, it could be also something else.
Triceratops was in the Kickstarter picture.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it
Just let's not linger on this too long so that people will forget about it faster. Just like,
give away.
give away! Yes! Give away!
I
Give
actually
away!
think we probably will wrap up soon.
Sometime soon.
So, who will get Wrath of the Righteous beta key for Steam? A guess or not Platz? Or not Platz. Are you here? Oh, Bayer Arundel, great to see you here, and well, we'll see you soon.
See you!
hopefully. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, Graz, guest, please write us a direct message on Twitch to Owlcat Games channel, and I'm also writing down your nickname, and I'll send you the key after the stream. Well, San, we are not adding anybody to the roles. I've just set up it to choose someone among the active users in the chat. But that doesn't mean you need to be silent.
Yeah.
Just if it happens to be you, we can roll it once again. No big problem here.
True.
Tell us a bit more about cheating paladins. I'm not sure. What are you talking about? Favorite games. What are your favorite games, ladies? Do you have any time to play games nowadays?
Sometimes.
I actually play this new Loop Hero game, but I play it as a proper idle game when it just plays in the background in the evening while I'm trying to fix some balance in this game. So yeah, Loop Hero, and I think the last game that I kind of enjoyed was actually Cyberpunk. I played then after that some games, but I prefer RPGs or something similar to that. Kind of.
For me, it's sometimes not so easy to start an RPG because I know how much time it would require from me. So it's just easier for me to start something quicker, some platformer, something like that. Or I like very much through my whole life the point and click quests.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love them. They're sometimes so crazy and unlogical. It's my childhood. Salmon bugs, things like that. Day of Tentacles. Monkey Island, of course. All of them. Goblins. What about you?
I'm
RPGs also, probably.
RPGs, and I'm a big fan of immersive sim games. I'm a big fan of Arcane Studio. I like very much games like Deus Ex and Dishonored.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite, I think.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is not an RPG, that's true, but you still can play as a female protagonist, and you can have more than 3 endings. You can't really make any proper choice, but you can't romance the Kimura, but it still was enjoyable. And for me, it didn't crash actually. I actually was lucky, probably. I didn't encounter that many bugs. So.
Okay, it seems to me that we already cooked our lamb cakes.
Yes.
We've celebrated a bit, danced a bit,
Yes.
and hey, we love you guys. Thank you for being with us. But I think it's time to end our stream for today.
And we still have some work to do. So.
But we'll be happy to meet you next time.
Yeah, one day.
Probably next Wednesday with me. Then next Thursday we'll have a community quest choice, the next choice, the fourth one. And we have some special guest, not from Owlcat Games Studio.
Ooh.
And then I'm not sure about the next Friday then, but maybe. Oh, by the way, will you be streaming
not
tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. Maybe next Saturday.
Okay. Sometimes Yulia also
I will
streaming
come back to you guys.
Sundays.
Saturdays. Saturdays. Yeah.
Saturdays, right. And for today we are sleepy.
We're sleepy. It's not that we are sleepy. We're also just full. So when you eat, you just want to chill, to relax, have this cozy stuff.
Look at the chat and take Gala's lamb cake, beautiful lamb cake recipe.
It is tasty.
I can see light through it, by the way.
I can see the light.
There are bubbles. And yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Watching. Have a nice evening and weekend. Cheers.
Bye.
Hi, Mom.